Alright, we're ready. Let's do it. So welcome to KAL Experience. Super excited today. I got my boy Anthony Carnevale the third. Carnevale the third. I've been mispronouncing your name all these years?
It's been a long, long time.
Carnevale, not Carnevale.
Not Carnevale.
Oh, well, I learned something new. There we go. Carnevale. Alright. I thought with the E at the end, like B-A-L-E was like Bill.
People pronounce it Carnevale.
Carnevale.
I just let people say whatever they want.
There's
a guy at my job, I've been there for 8 years, he calls me Dave.
What?
I just say
Why?
I don't know why. It's been 8 years.
Come on, man.
To him, I'm Dave.
Yeah, well.
I'm letting it go.
He probably says it like he's excited to see you. You don't want to burst his bubble.
But if he talks bad about me, it works in my favor.
That's exactly right. Yo, you'll never guess, man. I had this freaking guy, Dave. Like, he's a nice guy to people to their face, but like, you'll never guess some of the things. Yeah, it's like, man, David. And there is an actual Dave that works there too.
Exactly. I'll never get in trouble for anything.
That's actually hilarious.
Dave did it.
Yo, man, I'm excited. So Anthony called me the other day, about a week ago or so. We had plans to have a joint episode together, have Anthony on my show. And he texted me with an idea that lived up to any of the hopes that I would expect any idea from Anthony would live up to. We each came up with like topics and questions, which are in this hat. I don't want to turn it upside down, but I want you to see what this hat is right here. It's kind of weird. It's a bedazzled hat that my brother actually gave me for a Christmas gift because one year I saw him wearing it. Okay. And I said I like that hat, and then this is his hat, but he gave it to me on Christmas. Okay. I was like, all right, cool, thanks, Dwayne, appreciate that.
And now it's a bowl for questions.
We got questions, we got topics, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. When we hit any duplicates, we'll just skip it like we said, and I think it's time for us to do it, man.
I'm excited, man.
I'm actually looking forward to it.
It's funny, I was so excited. And then that bright light hit me. I got a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. It's different when you're sitting in front of the camera.
Yo, man, seriously.
When you talk about it. You actually do it. It's
a different scenario. Yeah, it is because it's not. We're not used to sitting somewhere with like a bright light just right in our face.
Exactly. And people are gonna be watching, so like I don't know who to look at, who to pay attention to. But
it's a very, very uncomfortable situation.
I'll figure it out.
After like 1 or 2 questions, I think we'll get there.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we'll get there. You're the guest. I'm gonna let you start it up.
All right.
Good. So the way we're gonna do this, we're gonna pick a question. The person who picks it is gonna talk about it, answer the question, or talk about the topic, and then the other person is gonna maybe add a little bit of info as well, a little bit of information as well. Yeah, exactly. There it is.
It's a tiny.
That's a small one there.
Okay, starting off.
Nice.
I wrote adjustments in relationships / marriage.
Okay.
So I'm not newly. It's been almost a year. And I guess by adjustments I mean I was single for a long time, and now being in a relationship, you're living for 2 people, kind of. And yeah, I'm still just adjusting to, be answering my phone. I leave my phone places. When I was single, I would leave it, and I look at it for hours. Now, I try to look at it, make sure I answer back, let her know what I'm doing, and yeah, just adjusting from the single life to a relationship was not challenging, but very different for me. I was so settled in the single life.
You're so used to one thing, one way of living, and then now there's like a whole different sort of way to. I mean, that's one example. I'm sure there's probably like tons of different things that you've learned. That we've all learned who are in relationships, like over the years, over the months of being in a relationship, and it is an adjustment. I feel like it's like maybe it should be expected that it is going to be an adjustment. And one of the things that you told me a long time ago, bro, like before I was in a relationship, when you were in a relationship years ago, 10, 15 years ago, was what you just said just now, which was like, you said like living for 2 people. Like your decisions it is, man, it's such a significant thing. Your decisions are affecting you and someone else now. And that's definitely a major thing. Yeah,
and that's something I still am working on. I feel like a lot of stuff doesn't bother me. If people that know me, I'm very laid back. Yeah. Nothing really makes me like anxious or nervous or over. But for my girlfriend Mariah, she, finds stuff that I don't find a big deal. It's a big deal for her, so it has to now be a big deal for me. Sure. I have to make it a big deal because, I'm in it with her. We're together, and yeah, so that's been a big adjustment and understanding too that. like sometimes she'll tell me stuff that bothers her, and I'll be like, that's stupid, or but I can't do that because it's not stupid. It's a big deal for her.
Just because it's something that doesn't affect you, it doesn't mean, or vice versa, it affects her doesn't mean it should or shouldn't affect you.
And I think too, I think for her, kudos to her is that she's understanding. That because she was single too, so she understands I was single. This is all kind of new. I'm still learning. You know, even like stuff, you know, I don't realize sometimes she'll point it out and be like, you know, that bothered me a little bit, and I'll try to understand. I don't always agree with it, but I try to understand and
where she's coming from.
Exactly.
Right, because at the end of the day, that's a big thing. We could agree that even if we don't understand it or agree with it, we can agree that it is something that affects the other person. And it's not, I mean, sometimes maybe some people will say it just for other reasons, but I think the vast majority, and in your relationship, certainly in mine as well, and in most of ours, it's like, clearly they're saying it and that's, as I'm saying it right now, I'm like, wait a second, like I'm catching myself, like I have to probably do better with that too, in the sense of if she's saying it, if just my wife says it, then it's a concern of hers.
Exactly.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
No matter what.
Yeah, for sure. And we can't downplay it.
That's
a good
also
point.
Outside of relationships, you know, I have a brother and sister, and like I brush off their stuff a lot, but you know, I'm the older brother. I should be more understanding and at least listen to what they have to say, and you know, not just brush it off as not a big deal.
Right.
You know, and at work and just in everyday life.
Just in general.
More understanding, more empathetic to people's feelings, as far as just like, I don't care, why is that a big deal?
Right. So, I like that. That's definitely good. Yeah, it's an adjustment. But it's a good one. It's a good adjustment. Yeah. It's helping us grow. Yeah, and I think
it's good to talk about that stuff. You know, you hold that stuff in, or you don't speak on stuff that bothers you because you don't want to upset the other person. I don't think it's healthy in a relationship.
I agree.
I think it has to be open communication. I think that helps build communication.
I agree. So, that's so important.
Yeah.
All right, dope. We're going to do the next question, but before we do, let me just check there. Perfect. Make sure we're good. Yeah. I always get nervous. Like, it's like, damn, did I hit the record button? It's like, I know I did, but let me make sure I did.
Imagine going through like an hour and
record. I will never do that. I'm always going to be.
I can never reenact what I just did.
All right, I'm definitely going to do like you did. Like, we got two different size cards in here. We have some that are like, that's a medium size one. I don't like that example. But we have some that are like this size, and then we got some that are like this size. So we know whose are whose. Next time when we do round two, we'll like have a piece of paper and we'll like do them on the same size or whatever. That's fine. I'm gonna pick one of mine out this time, just like you did.
Respectable.
All right. Okay. I like this. I like all my questions, especially this one. So this question is, what is your favorite or one of your favorite episodes of The Office?
Oof. I get asked this. I always go through this in my head because I know people will ask me. They know I'm a fan. And I always say
Oh, you're gonna answer first. Look at you, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
just joking. I'm just talking. Well, actually, you're midway through, so I want you to say it first, and then I'm gonna say mine.
It was the fun run episode, the rabies run.
Okay.
The episode where he does like a carb overload.
Yes, the spaghetti. Yes. Yep.
He throws up at the end. Yeah. He's like, I'm not gonna make it rabies 1. They were like, well, rabies in the wood as a cure.
Right.
He says, I've never eaten more lasagna and drinking less water in my life. It was so funny.
That was a 2-part episode, I think, wasn't it?
And both, I mean, I'm going to include them as one.
Sure.
When they brought the nurse out.
Yes. They
wrote a check for rabies, but he wanted a big check.
See, I need to. Okay, so I clearly I need to watch that episode again. I've definitely seen it. I remember him. He did at some point, like towards the end, like he's like fainted or he's like on the ground or something like that.
He says rabies 1.
Right.
He said, I can't finish this race.
Like, why did he think like the carb? Like he probably heard carb overload before and just thought like just not like have a lot, but like have a immense amount of it. And that's gonna like help him perform better in the race.
And Andy was worried about nipple chafing, so he ran behind Kevin for a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was good. I'm gonna go with the Casino Night episode.
That was another great episode.
So Casino Night, because that was like the first time that Jim and Pam kind of got together and expressed how they feel about each other, and like there was like tension building up the whole episode. Jim was having a good time, but he was also like really man, I'm just thinking about. I'm probably gonna watch the episode tonight. I love that.
Episode.
Like they're like into it. They're into each other, and like something we expect something to happen. I think it was the finale of the second season, and so that was like a serious moment. And then like there was so many other like little funny jokes and stuff in there. Like one of the funniest things in that episode was it was a casino night. They're like gambling for like prizes and stuff like that instead of money. So Creed won a game. And the award or the prize for the game was a refrigerator, probably like a micro or mini fridge. And he's like, in their interview, he's like, oh my God, he's like, this is such a special moment. He's like, I've never owned a refrigerator before.
And that's why it's the best show ever.
So good.
It's like a subtle moment.
Yes.
You might not even pick up on it the first time you watch it.
Yep.
But it's hilarious.
It is.
And that's why you can keep watching it, because you pick up on stuff.
Right.
You know?
I'm definitely I need to go through the season again. I've only gone through one or the series. I've only gone through one time. How many times have you watched two?
Probably twice. Maybe some episodes more than twice.
Yeah,
but
okay.
through the entire series, and
start to finish, yeah.
Probably twice.
Yeah. Is there? So
I have the DVDs, which no one has DVDs anymore.
Oh yeah.
Some
the whole
of you guys
series,
might
right?
not even know what a DVD is.
Right. What is a DVD? So for those of you who don't know, it's like I have
the whole series.
I have viewers on my channel who are like 6 or 7 years old. They don't know. It's like, hey, on KL Experience, they were talking about a DVD. Mom, what is that? What is a DVD?
They'll Google it.
They have
then
no idea.
They'll buy one and just toss it to their friend.
Yeah, exactly.
The
frisbee. All right, we're moving. Well, one more thing about The Office is that I told Jess that I'll give her $50 if she agrees to watch the whole series with me.
Wow.
Which is like, I would do it gladly because it's not something that she would ordinarily go out her way to watch. Okay. But I would love to watch my favorite show of all time with my wife. Like that would be an amazing experience.
I think that would be amazing. I try to get Mariah to watch it. Mm-hmm. I've never offered her money, but
you got to do it.
I spend money on her anyway. I might as well.
So if you don't watch Office with me, I'm not buying dinner anymore.
Ever.
It's like it's a trade-off. All right, next question. Let's go.
Going one of yours.
There we go. That's how we'll do it. We'll alternate who
favorite Disney movie.
Okay.
That's a good question. What's funny is growing up, I didn't watch a lot of the cartoon Disney movies.
Okay. There were non-cartoon Disney movies?
Nah, I think Mighty Ducks was a Disney movie.
I didn't know that. Okay. All right. Disney brand, but not. Okay.
I don't know about I don't know if I don't think Sandlot would. But I say the Mighty Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the Mighty Ducks growing up, man. So much so that I wanted to play hockey. But I couldn't skate. So I played street hockey with friends, but like I never really got into it. But it was so good, man. I remember the knuckle puck.
I'm trying to. I don't know if I've seen it. And if I did, it was only once. What was the knuckle puck?
It was they flipped the puck up and then they slap shot. It was Keenan from Keenan and Kel.
He was in the movie?
He was in the movie. He was
really?
in the third one or the second one.
I had no idea.
I think it was the second. It was when he was like Team USA and they traveled to
Africa countries. And played against him.
They played Keenan and he hit him with the knuckle puck.
What? Yeah, I know. All right, so I probably need to watch that.
It's a great.
How many were there?
I think 3. The first 2 were good.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna say that I never watched like Little Mermaid.
A lot of the classics, animation.
Snow White. I never watched any of those. Right. So I missed out on that part of my childhood. Whenever I tell people that, they get extremely upset. People are like passionate about Disney movies.
Oh man, seriously. Yeah, because they're like. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm passionate. I would just say that, like, some of those animated movies, what I find interesting about them is that I'm thinking of, like, Finding Nemo, and there's a whole bunch of them, for sure. But people, like, go out, it's like, they made the movie for kids, but adults can enjoy it, too. Yeah. And I kind of appreciate that. I think that's actually kind of awesome. I would say, for me, my childhood favorite was Jungle Book. Okay. I guess I always liked animals, and I had, actually, in one of my... I'll link it in the description below. Check that link later. But for the season 2 trailer, pretty sure, season 2 trailer, I had a home video of me, and I was playing with. Have you seen Jungle Book before?
Maybe there was a newer one.
There was a late,
I think I've seen the newest.
Okay, like the CGI kind of thing.
Never the original.
So one of the guys, King Louie, one of the main characters, like the monkey, good monkey, like long arms, and I had a stuffed animal of him when I was real young, and I still have that stuffed animal at my parents' house in the garage, which is crazy now that I'm thinking about it. It's probably like maybe infested, maybe, I don't know, but it's really old. But
smell good.
Yeah, definitely not. It's just sitting there somewhere in the garage right now. But yeah, I would say Jungle Book. I think that's the one I watched the most when I was younger, for sure. All right.
Have you ever?
Next.
Oh, my bad.
Oh no, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever watched like an old movie that you loved when you were a kid as an adult, and it's like thought, like, why did I like this movie?
Oh man,
It's so weird.
That's a good question.
I watched Three Ninjas.
Okay.
Which I freaking watched so many times as a kid.
I did see that a whole lot.
Yes.
Yes.
And I watched it as an adult, and I'm like, I couldn't get into it for some reason.
Okay. But was it
I was so disappointed because I was so excited.
Okay. All right.
And I bought those for my younger nephew who's 7 now, thinking he'll watch them all. He watched none of them. He like refused to watch them. I had all the DVDs I just bought for him, like all the movies I loved as a child, and he didn't care at all.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
So wait, was it that movie? What other movies did you get for him that you wanted him to check out? He
watched Three Ninjas.
Okay.
Actually, I got Sandlot, Mighty Ducks.
Okay, so classics.
Yeah.
All right. Did he watch some of those?
Hop in the Half, which I loved as a kid.
Okay, that one I've heard of.
Angels in the Outfield.
Okay, that I've heard of.
Movie I
haven't seen a lot of these. These are all classic sports.
That's the stuff I watched when I was younger. Those type of movies.
Yeah.
I guess sports are like, not the cartoons as much, more like actual actors.
I get that. I mean, for me growing up, if I were to name 2 movies, I'll name 3.
Okay.
That were like
quick switch
definitely. Yeah. It wasn't one that just came to me. That were like me, Dwayne, and Danielle watched countless times. It would be let's even say Problem Child 2. It was the second one specifically.
Okay.
The Problem Child and the second one.
Okay.
Watched that a whole lot. A movie called Drop Dead Fred. Have you ever seen that?
I've heard of that. I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, so it was. I can't imagine it being like a popular movie, but somehow we knew about it and we watched it countless times.
Okay.
And then Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh, okay, I love all Ernest.
We freaking watched that movie so much.
That was like the Halloween one.
That was the Halloween
great
one.
Yeah.
Now let me know in the comments, and you let me know after. Well, actually, should I ask you? Yeah, let me know in the comments. What was the remedy? What was the substance that they put into the water guns to kill the trolls?
I don't know that.
You don't remember that? Okay, so only true fans are gonna know this. That's good that you don't. Cause I was hoping.
Unless they Google it.
That's true. If they Google it.
Don't Google it.
Do not Google. Let me know. I'll be very interested if anyone out there has watched that besides Dwayne and Danielle, my siblings.
Yeah.
So those are. Did I name 2 or 3? Drop Dead Fred, Ernest. Yeah, those are my 3 that I've watched countless times growing up. And
VHS.
Oh yes. The VHS. And I have a weird memory about that. Ernest Scared Stupid, like it was a movie, but it had an intro thing like you would see in a TV show, intro thing. It was just weird. Like a movie starts and it's a song and like a video of him doing weird stuff. Maybe they had those. I'm just thinking of it. Like you don't see that a lot in movies. It's like it just starts the movie. But I remember like there being like a woman, and I was a kid. I'm like 8 or 7, 8, 9. I remember there being a woman in the movie like dancing I can't even explain it. She was like a Jasmine from Aladdin, like that type of garb on, like silk and that kind of thing. And I just remember my dad saying something about her, like I don't remember what it was, but like saying something, and I just that stuck with me. It stuck with me for like 20 plus years. Mad weird, mad random. All right, I'm going to the next question. I'm picking a small one, which is one of yours. I like that idea. We'll like alternate, that type of thing. All right. Let's see if I can. Where my glasses at? This is
a long one.
This is it. Oh wow, this is good. So this one says, "Would you change your high school experience?" Okay. Man. All right. A good question. So there's one thing that I would change about my high school experience. There's one thing I would change. So when I turned 14, I started, I knew that I was old enough to start working at McDonald's, so I started working at McDonald's as soon as I was able to. 14, and then when I turned 16, which is, I believe, 16, 10th or 11th grade, something like that, is when I started working at Circuit City. So I was all about, I guess, working as soon as I was able to start working. And I remember playing football for a few weeks. Kent, if you're watching this, you'll know this story. But my older brother played football in high school, and I remember playing for like 2 or 3 weeks and just not knowing how to put the helmet on and like running on field with like a book bag over my football equipment. And the guy was like, "That's a real scholar athlete right there." I had a book bag on. No, because my book bag had like a water bottle in it because my mom said make sure you bring water. But meanwhile, exactly, it's like hot out there at end of August. Meanwhile, they have jugs of Gatorade. I just didn't know or whatever.
Yeah, water boys.
Right, exactly. They were prepared on that front. But I would say that if I can go back, I don't like necessarily saying, "Oh, I would change this, change that." But I would say this is one of the things I would have definitely played at least a sport. I would have done either track or stayed with football or I mean basketball you have to try out for, and I didn't make the team. Sorry, you know. But that would have been my thing. I would have liked to have played at least a sport during high school, knowing now that hey, we're working, you know, for the rest of our lives. We don't have to start working right when we turn 14.
Yeah. I think for me, I guess I would change some things. I feel like I didn't go out. I didn't go to parties. I was very quiet. I wasn't like comfortable in my own skin, so I wasn't like. I was, you know, to you guys, I talked a lot. I was like outgoing. But, you know, I wasn't outgoing. I didn't make a lot of friends. I had a small group of friends. I just played basketball all the time. So, and I didn't go out. I didn't go to prom, which I would definitely change.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, okay. I didn't go to prom, and I remember specifically, I had a girlfriend. My mom was taking my sister to the orthodontist, and a girl was like, "I'll be your prom date." She was like, "Want to go with me?" And she was like a beautiful woman, and I was like, not about it.
When you say beautiful woman, I'm thinking she's like a 33-year-old woman, like grown woman.
The 50-year-old receptionist.
Yeah, like she's beautiful, but she's like twice your age.
She was a beautiful young lady.
Okay, I got
And I just wasn't about it. I was like too shy. I don't know. It was weird.
Wow. Okay.
Because to my friends, I wasn't that. I was outgoing. I was, you know, creative. I was like, but I was a shy person. I didn't like to be around big groups of people. And I just wish I wasn't that way. And I wish, too, like I wasn't so focused on basketball because it didn't work out for me the way I wanted it to. And I just wish I would have focused on other things besides that.
I got you. Okay. All right. I like that. I mean, that's the thing. It's like we're not going to obviously be able to redo it. But the way I think of it, honestly, is like if we have a chance to mentor or obviously having children or something, like we have an opportunity to share our experiences and whether it's something that... It's not to influence them, but it's to give them a different perspective, and then let them kind of make a decision like that.
Yeah, if I could, I would tell people to step out of their comfort zone. I think not even in high school, just all acts of life,
in general,
and your job, and
there's so much.
Like step out of your comfort zone. Don't be scared to ask for a raise. Don't be scared to question something. To talk to someone you're worried to talk to.
Right.
Yeah, because so much can come from it, and most of the time, it's not going to be a bad experience.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
If you ask for something, or if you do, exactly. You just get the experience. If it's not what you thought it would be, like you're getting experience with it. So that's cool. Here's yours.
All right, I'm gonna go with a giant pad.
Let's do it.
Favorite vacation. Okay. What does this say? Vocation.
Vocation. Yeah. So what is your favorite vocation? Let me know those in the comments below too. Yeah, vocational. That's a thing, right? Vocational school.
I think it is a thing. Like, I have no idea what it means. So I'm like nervous that that's the actual question because I don't know what vocation means.
Oh man.
I know what a vacation is.
All right, we'll go with vacation then.
All right, that sounds good.
Perfect.
Favorite vacation. I'm gonna say I don't have one.
Okay.
If that's okay to answer that way. When I was younger, we used to go on camping trips all the time. Actually, you know, my family, my cousins, Travis, and Casey, and Kyle. And my sister and brother and Billy, we all would go. We would go, you know, Rehoboth and Pennsylvania and all over the place. And those were like some of the best times, I think, of my childhood. Yeah, just great memories. Always a good time. Always family, you know, close-knit group and so many memories and experiences. I hope when I have kids, I can somehow emulate that with my family, with your guys' kids when you have them. All that, because those were great times that I'll never forget.
That's awesome. And your family is so awesome. You guys kind of invited Jess and I on a couple. I think we went together on on two. I think she was on two. With both of us all went together. One in the camper and then one in the and we've never done like a cabin. I was gonna say we've never done anything like that before. So it was just like it was a lot of fun, man.
You know, people look at camping like, oh, bugs, but if you get a cabin, it's a whole different experience. It's not even that. You still get the experience of like the campfire and being outside.
You can still enjoy
also
that.
Like, you know, if you got a thing for bugs or being in the heat, that's like a little house really. You have everything you need in there. And
a good thing too, you have someone like Bill there with you. You can like sweep around and stuff like that. The house,
constant
which is
cleaning,
nice.
Constant.
I was like, Bill, you
need that.
Sweeping right now? I got you, bro. I see you out here.
You need that.
Very cool. All right, next question. Let's keep it going.
You don't care about your vacation?
Oh, I forgot. Damn. I do care about mine. Favorite vacation was our trip to Greece. My wife and I went to Greece for our honeymoon, which was a delayed honeymoon. We went to Greece a year after we got married, and everything about that trip. We stayed for 2 weeks. We stayed in Athens for three or 4 nights, and then we stayed in Santorini for about 8 nights. And when I tell you, like, the food, the history, there was like an area there that was like a preserved. I forget the name of the place in I think in Italy, but it's not the Vatican. Forget that has to do with the Pope and stuff. There's a place that is, I forget the name of it, but it's like a preserve.
Can't be the best vacation if you don't know.
I know, exactly. I just don't remember the name of there's one area. But it was like, I guess just imagine like seeing a area that has been preserved over like thousands of years because of like a volcano happened and everyone had to leave, and now it's like you can still see beds, you still see toilets from like thousands. Yeah. So that was really cool. Food was amazing. We visited like a castle. We did a 3.5 hour hike from like the center of the island to like the tip of the island, and then treated ourselves to like some frozen yogurt. When we got all the way there, it was like a frozen yogurt spot. And we had like a bottle of wine with us in the backpack.
Oh, wow, nice.
So we sipped on that. That was beautiful. It was just really, really nice. It was a great time. I got a video on that too in the comments below. I will put that where Jess and I talk about our Greece trip. All right, who's next, me or you?
Thank you. I just picked the vocation.
And I got to pick one from you. Okay, favorite vocation. Favorite vocation. I didn't do the extra little line on the A there, clearly. Teaching during pandemic.
That's more for you.
All right, cool.
I can't really speak on that.
Can't speak on it. So teaching during pandemic. So my experience teaching for my first year has been nothing short of amazing. Loved being in front of a group of students and connecting with them and having the responsibility and the honor to like teach them math as well as be a role model for some. Be someone that they enjoy coming to see every day from the student's perspective. So I love that so much. And our school has trimesters, so maybe shortly after the 3rd trimester is when the pandemic happened. And I would say it's a huge difference. It's been a huge difference sitting there or sitting downstairs on my iPad talking to students. I know it's a huge difference for them, and it certainly is a huge difference for me as well. Not being able to see them, not them, I can see the virtual, aspect of them, but some of them, either have their videos on and some don't have it on, but just see them in person and connect with them in person. It's different. It's definitely different. So when I talk to other people who are teachers who are, Kevin, do you prefer to go in? Are you guys going in? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm blessed to be in a school that I believe that they're going to take care of their staff. They're going to take care of their students. They care immensely about us. So I don't feel as much at risk as I think other people might feel. And by all accounts, it seems like we will be going back at the beginning of September. Okay. And so I'm actually, as I sit here and share with you and you, I'm excited, even though I'll probably be wearing a face mask. It's probably going to be very different than it was for the first 2 trimesters in school of my first year teaching, but I'm actually excited for September to roll around and stand in front of these group of kids, see some of the same kids again, who I'm maybe teaching in the next level. Like that's one of the dope things. I'm teaching 5th through 7th grade math, and what I didn't realize, I was like, man, that might be more work. It's like more lesson planning. Okay, maybe it is, but now I can have some of my previous year 5th graders at 6th grade, previous 6th at 7th.
So you just
that's kind of big to me. I can see them kind of grow and stuff. Cool. So that's my experience. So I'm excited to get back, and it's gonna be dope.
I'm excited for you, man. One piece of advice is I hope you get a dope custom face mask.
Now that would be actually cool. Yeah. Oh,
you could have like
I
know you played in the basketball game. Maybe you could have your stats on there.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Some type of like thing to make it like more fun, or maybe even get a few different ones, like less like black or just plain
face mask.
Yeah.
Something the kids can laugh at.
Yeah, I'm thinking definitely my 5th, definitely my 6th or my 7th graders. At least last year, where they were a little bit not. They were more. They were a different bracket, I guess, in terms of like joking and stuff.
Next question: when have you felt your biggest adrenaline rush? Which is a great question, and the first thing that comes to my mind is probably sports, like a championship basketball game, end of the game scenario where you feel like a little nervous and a lot of pressure, and also baseball. I've been in a couple baseball games where I remember stepping up to the plate, end of the game, and like literally like shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
This is a big moment, but you're able to like lock in, kind of calm yourself.
Yeah.
And focus on the moment. But yeah, I was talking to my friend Kent just got married. Congratulations, Kent and Rachel. I was talking to a couple of guys at the wedding. I played basketball with them guys when I was younger. We were talking about those were the best years of our lives, like playing basketball with each other, being in school, looking forward to a basketball game.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have so many. We were very successful, which we're lucky to, be a part of championships and all that stuff. But yeah, that adrenaline rush of being in a championship game and having that pressure and the excitement is what sticks out to me. And I still like want that in my life. I still try to play basketball and try to do competitive things to get that feeling.
Yeah.
Because I like it. I like that feeling of the pressure and competitiveness, and I'm a laid back person, but when it comes to sports and competitive, as you know, we've guarded each other for years. We've gotten into it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're the best friends, but that competitiveness, that intensity, I enjoy it. Having it. I look forward to having it. I only really have it in sports. I'm not really like that in other things. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it comes out, and I enjoy that.
Love that, man. You talk about basketball. I would say the same for me, man. I would say, I guess two things I think of. Like anytime that I am skiing, I think skiing, getting to the top of the mountain, looking down and knowing that we're about to be going down, faster, our body moving faster than any other time that, without being in a car or plane or anything. Like any other time, like that's something that's really, really exciting to me. I haven't gone in a few years, similar to, I guess, missing out a little bit on that competitive aspect with basketball. So I'm looking forward to hopefully eventually, getting back out there. And then for basketball, the 8th grade faculty game that I shared with you that I scored this many points in. I'm not going to go into the whole thing because there's a whole episode on that as well. I'll link that below as well. But just being there and seeing the sea of people, of the entire school around you was, I'll never forget that. That's probably one of those moments. I will never ever forget that moment before. It was crazy. But I was sad that I scored 0 points. I was like, man, I was very embarrassed.
Honestly,
what is
if I
that?
was you, because you two people don't know, you could have said you scored 30.
I know. I feel like I'm just too honest. I don't know. Actually, we're gonna edit this. Yeah, it was no. Yeah.
Wait, record your pictures on the wall in the school. Yeah. Most faculty get
like I got like a huge smile on my face, like I'm holding like a trophy or something like that. All right, you pick one of mine. I think just now. Adrenaline rush. I'm gonna pick one of yours. Okay. Oh wow, good question. Good question. So this one says, will there be Halloween this year? So that's a great question. I was talking about this with someone recently. I don't remember who, and it wasn't a full-fledged conversation. But I will say, I think that I doubt that that townships will have regular door-to-door Halloween thing going on this year. I know that at my church we do like the trunk or treat thing. That my wife is I want to say reigning 3-time, but it's not true. She won 2 years, and then this last year she didn't get. She should have won the last one. Yes, I'm sorry. I think Kiana, won the last year, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I can't imagine kids going door to door this year. I just can't imagine that. And I don't know what. I think my church would probably still have something they're just going to practice because it's like more controlled a little bit. Yeah. But just having kids go to random houses and stuff like that, I don't see that happening. So Halloween will be on, but not Halloween trick or treating and stuff. And but without trick or treating, it's not really count as Halloween.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
That question came up because Mariah showed me like a thing that said that Halloween Spirit is not opening at all. It's not opening for the season. Okay. You know how they usually get a store only for that specific season. Sure. They're like not opening anywhere.
Oh wow.
So they're like shutting down, which is huge. Yeah. I mean, I would go there just to, walk around and watch little kids get scared of the things that talk when you walk by. Right. But that was like an experience in itself, just to go in there and look around.
That sounds a little creepy looking at the kids. No, this is good.
I'll bait them like, there's some candy over there.
They're like, excuse me, what is that guy doing here by himself? Did he come here with the family? Or like
my nephew, I would take him. He gets scared of every single thing.
Yeah.
But it is crazy to think about, for kids that they're gonna miss out on that. My nephew has 3 costumes every year. He
switches up not throughout the night, like different times or oh wow.
Hopefully they could do something where like you know, you get your immediate family, your immediate friends, and you're like, all right, we're gonna drive him to your house. Like, obviously, the people that you trust.
Yeah,
like, we can bring him here, you guys can.
Yeah.
Or I could drive him to my, you know, aunts, my grandparents.
And go to specific. Oh, okay. Yeah. That I didn't think about that.
People that you trust. So
yeah.
You can just call, make your own little route.
Yeah.
Drive to like 10 different houses of people that you trust, and they can still get the experience of walking up, knocking on the door.
I think that makes a lot of sense, bro. Hopefully someone's listening to this and they implement that in townships.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
That I feel like that's
family and friends.
Yeah, definitely more realistic.
Yeah.
All right. Love that. All right.
We
getting some ideas out here today. Look at that, man. Okay.
Right. One word to describe your family. That's a great question. I think close, I guess, would be the word.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're very close. Obviously, now that we're older, you know, my cousins and stuff, I don't maybe see as much, but we still keep in touch because, you know, we got our own lives now. Some of them have kids, but you know, my immediate family is very close. Mm-hmm. I see them, you know, all the time. And I don't think that'll ever change, whether we're living near each other or further away. And my parents, my grandparents, I'm all very close.
Yeah.
I feel lucky because I know a lot of families don't have that, unfortunately, you know, but I can always count on my family. I know they'll always be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say close. And I'm grateful for it. Very grateful.
Yes, a lot of people, I mean, not to put it down, but I would say a lot of people probably, you know, can't say such a thing. And I look at your family and you see that, you know, I've come into the mix, like when we were in high school is when we became close.
Yeah.
And so like from then to now, I've, you know, was blessed to be able to be a part of some of those experiences and kind of see a model of, you know, what closeness looks like when, you know, you're in high school all the way until you becoming an adult.
Yeah.
But even obviously the stuff before then, you were talking about the trips and all that kind of stuff.
Man,
like these are things that clearly resonate with you, resonate with your brother, your sister, who I'm sure they probably have a similar type of a mindset about, you know, both of them having kids now, right? So starting their family and being able to kind of try to emulate and like have similar types of traditions that their children will be able to look back and record an episode like this and be able to reflect on and talk about, you know?
And one more thing, if I can say, is that my family was also very accepting of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would treat my friends like family. Like, I remember at a New Year's party, I had like 15 friends over there, and they just, with my family, with my aunts and grandparents, and they just brought them in like they were their own. And I was very grateful that my parents were.
Some good memories, man. The New Year's party.
I know, man. So many.
Wow.
So many good memories, and it feels so long ago, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But,
it's cool being able to reflect on that stuff.
Yeah, it really is. Man.
Definitely. And for me, I was thinking something similar. I was trying to think of a synonym to close, because I didn't want to say close as well. But I look at
closer.
Yeah, closer. Closer. Thank you for that. Perfect. I don't know. I think of like, you know, definitely growing up. Like I have an older brother, younger sister, and my parents, of course. And I know that like growing up, we did so much together. The family vacations down to Florida, Orlando. We had family down in Orlando. We've gone to like Virginia, gone to South Carolina. We've taken like these. Like we've driven down there several times actually. So long road trips, got a portable video game systems. Nice. Back then it's not like a Switch, it's like a Game Boy where you need like the thing connected to the cigarette lighter, all that stuff. My dad always made sure that we were taken care of on that front. But like we've done so much together growing up, and that was as children, and even, you know, into, I guess we would say, adulthood, not so much recently in the past several years, but local trips to DC and PA and Philadelphia and things like that amongst, you know, with the family has been something that I really enjoyed and cherished. And I think kind of similar, like we've gotten older. We're all older, a little bit older now and stuff. So and my sister, you know, lives a little bit further away from here. So it's not the same. Nothing is the same as the way it used to be. But I definitely value how close we were and how close we still are, and like the things that we've done to kind of experience these types of things together, you know, for sure. So definitely good question. Whose was that?
That was yours.
All right, we're doing one of yours again, bro.
Yes, sir.
We're doing one of yours, bruh. Oh, this is a really small one. Look at this, like 2 words. Oh, no, it's not a duplicate.
It's not, okay.
It's not a duplicate. Last of Us 2. All right.
This is gonna be hard to speak on only because I haven't.
I know. So yes, and we'll do another thing with us once you beat the game, because I definitely need to talk to people about it. But The Last of Us 2 is a sequel to to my favorite game of this generation, maybe yours as well. The first one. Non-sports game.
I'm all about 2K.
Oh yeah,
MLB The Show.
Yeah.
That's like all I play, and Madden.
Right.
But this is one of the few games that I really got into and enjoyed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, what I'll say is that the story and the way that everything goes in this game from start to finish is, and I was talking to someone about this. I was talking about this to someone the other day. It's unlike anything that I've ever seen that I think has ever been done in a video game or in any form of media, like movies, TV shows. Once you beat it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you don't know yet. Hint, hint. But once you beat it, you will know. It's like it's just that it's that good, and it's like jaw dropping, and you know,
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that I was talking to Ken about it at his bachelor dinner. He had not. He was. I don't know if he was where you're at in the game, but he had not beaten it yet. And me and one of his other friends were talking about how his friend hasn't beaten it yet either. But we were just talking about how good the game was. I had just beaten it, and Kent was like influenced immediately. Like as soon as he got home that weekend, he said he started playing it more. He beat it. We had like an hour talk on the phone a couple of days ago just about how amazing it was, and he said that talk, the bachelor dinner talk, kind of inspired him to like get there and play it. So definitely have to do it. Figure out that health thing that we were talking about in there where you're struggling with. And make
I'm enjoying
it
it so far. I want to get it done. I haven't been able to play as much because working.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to finish it. I'm enjoying playing it. I've put off MLB The Show for now, so I could focus
That's a big sacrifice there, bro. That's a big sacrifice.
I love that game.
Okay, there you go. All right, next question.
It actually worked out that yours is so much bigger because like there's no confusion. I'm definitely grabbing one of you. What is your favorite Christmas gift you've ever received? This is a good question.
It's a great question. It's a fantastic
one stands out to me.
Okay.
And it was
we'll do a quick mic check.
Alright.
Here, make sure we're good and make sure everything is good. So I'm gonna bring this in a little bit and I'll probably just like grab it and then, mic check, testing, 1, 2. How you doing today?
Doing great, man.
You're excited?
Happy to be here. Do I look at the camera or do I look at
We could do both. We could look at the camera, look at... Cool thing is like we know whose is whose, like mine are like the one like this.
Not folded.
It's like you can kind of look at it like, no, I don't want that one, let me get the next. Alright, that's a sufficient mic check.